Hey anglers, this is Anglers 48 coming to you from Ford, Texas. Thank you for joining us on this episode. What's in store? We're going to be tackling a little project here. On my last fishing trip, the trolling motor didn't want to work. I was very far away from town, and none of the gears worked. I started getting a little concerned simply because it's very heavy kayak, very far from town, very hot weather, and eventually it did work. But that right there made my decision a lot easier to just work back, fish towards back to town, and it didn't give me any issues after that. So in talking with my partner in crime, Tony, we were kind of talking about it, and he said that it's either the contact terminals that they just need to be replaced, or something's wrong with the head. It was making some type of humming sound, but that was earlier. And so I'm gonna open it for the first time. I've never opened one of these. Tony, he's taken them apart, he's cut the shaft, so he knows this motor better than I do. But we're gonna see if we can get into it. Hopefully, once again, I don't ruin it. And the good thing is I have Tony to kind of as a backup. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to work, guys. This is the trolling motor. I'm saying that this one in particular gave me some concerns right off the bat. Right, I've owned many trolling motors over the years, never had an issue with them, used them and abused them and stuff like that, and they kept on kicking. This one, I've had kind of issues, broken pin, things of that nature. So yeah, I went ahead and put some WD-40 here. Once again, they have never been removed, the screws here. And so okay, so I guess that right there doesn't come apart. One of the first things that I'm gonna do to start is I'm going to cut these off. They do corrode quite a bit. The salt is not very forgiving. So I'll just go ahead and put replacements to start. And you don't want to get stranded out there. And you know how I like to go good distances on my own. It's because a kayak with everything on there, battery, it's dead weight. Okay, it's dead weight. And when you're on the water and you're toting the kayak, it's not too bad. But when you're doing it to get back and you're not fishing or doing any of that stuff, it can strain you. Okay, it can drain you big time. So, and this, I believe that Minn Kota should be using tougher wire gauge than this one. I don't know what gauge this is, but they should be using stronger you know, a more potent gauge, you know. It does get pretty hot out there, and we do go for hours on end, and sometimes I've noticed that the wire, it becomes like a noodle, you know, very limp. So that I'm not too happy about, you know. So we'll go ahead and compress these, you know. I want to send shout outs. I met several anglers out there. I want to send shout outs to Broke Ass Hunter. Good luck on your expeditions out there. Matthew Ledesma, I was able to run into Matthew again. That's a fisherman right there, Matthew. He was gonna go slay some nice trout, hopefully some reds as well. Okay, so that one right there. And I went ahead and bought the pack right here, just so that I can be having fresh. They corrode. That salt water is brutal, especially out in the sun. And to be mechanicking out there, that's not very nice. You know, we go out there to have fun and to fish and stuff, and it's not fun at all. Or you have to be worrying about, you know, are you going to be able to make it back? And that's why we do this at home. You know, the little time that we have, we want to be able to take care of that. You know, and I'll go ahead and put some tape right there, and that one's good to go. But as you can see right there, it's as straight as an arrow. But with the heat, you know, the sun beating down on it, it just, you know. So I would have hoped that Minn Kota would use a stronger, you know, a better gauge for it. But I don't know. Do they want it to fail out on the water? I don't know. So, and I've tried the clamps. They're no good, the clamps. So in essence, this is the first thing you're supposed to do, right? Change those out. A lot of corrosion right here. I try to clean this as much as possible right there. Next, I'm still letting that soak. If I strip those things there, I'm gonna be in big trouble, right? I'm gonna be in big trouble if I strip those, because if the problem is here where there's corrosion buildup, then that's gonna be an issue. Now, the other thing that I was talking to Tony about is that I hope that the seal here at the prop was not compromised, because if the seal is compromised, then it's going to damage all the internal parts in here, bushings, things of that nature. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the socket to remove it. It's a 13 millimeter, I believe. Yeah, 13. And I have removed this one quite a bit. I do have a video on replacing the shear pin in here. That way it doesn't seize up on you and breaks off. Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and since we already have it open, I'm gonna go ahead and put some grease on that shear pin. Look at the tracker, guys. Still waiting for the seats to come in. Not very pretty sight. Look at that. This is what White River Marine Group is selling. And then Mercury, you're putting motors on things that are keeping you out of the water. So what does that say about Mercury? So I have a little bit of marine grease right here. This shear pin will weld itself. Okay, so not bad right there. Normally, like I said, if you don't put a little bit of grease right there, you're gonna have issues. Okay, if that pin breaks off out on the bay, that's gonna be a disaster. So we'll go ahead and put a little bit of grease right there, fit it back in right there. And once again, we're in business. The seal doesn't look compromised. Okay, I believe the seal is in there, right there. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of lubricant on those bolts right there, the screws. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back. Okay, the housing, the prop housing looks intact.